Have you ever seen fear in the eyes of those who once mocked you? It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? The trembling hands, the stammering apologies, the realization that you now hold the reins. Let me tell you something. Power is not given, it's taken. And when you take it, oh, they will crawl on their knees, begging for mercy. Purpose of the speech, but here's the real reason you're here. Because you're tired of being overlooked, dismissed, and underestimated. Deep down, you know you're destined for something greater. By the end of this, you won't just understand power. You'll know how to wield it so effectively that no one will dare to challenge you again. Power is one of the most intoxicating forces in existence. A currency far more valuable than wealth or fame. It has the ability to transform lives, to shape destinies, and to command the attention of even the most indifferent. Yet, power is not something that comes knocking at your door with a polite invitation. No, it is a force that demands to be seized, conquered, and wielded with precision. It is both a weapon and a shield, capable of protecting you from harm while striking down anyone who dares to stand in your way. The allure of power lies not just in what it can do for you, but in how it changes the perception others have of you. When you possess power, the world starts to bend in your favor. Doors that were once slammed in your face open effortlessly. The laughter that mocked your failures turns into silence, replaced by whispers of respect and fear. People no longer look at you with disregard, but with caution, calculating their every move around your presence. It's not just about the tangible things power can provide. It's about the psychological control it gives you over those who once doubted you. The beauty of power is that it doesn't play fair. It allows you to flip the script, to rewrite your story on your terms. It demands attention, commands authority, and thrives on the energy of those who underestimated you. Power is magnetic, drawing people towards you, some to admire, others to envy. It's an unstoppable force, one that cannot be ignored. For those willing to embrace it, power becomes the ultimate equalizer, leveling the playing field and ensuring that you are never again left on the sidelines of life. Being ignored is a pain that leaves scars, a quiet reminder that the world doesn't always see the value within you. They look past you, through you, as if you're invisible. The sting of dismissal can break even the strongest spirit, but it also holds the potential to ignite a fire deep within, a fire that transforms that pain into something unstoppable. Rising from being ignored to becoming feared is not a stroke of luck. It's a deliberate evolution. It begins with embracing the fact that being underestimated is in fact your greatest weapon. I take great pride in my role as the assassin, agent of the NFT. When people dismiss you, they reveal their blind spots. They don't prepare for you. They don't see you coming. This gives you the advantage of striking when they least expect it. Every moment of being overlooked becomes fuel. Every snide comment becomes a building block for the foundation of your power. The more they mock, the stronger your resolve becomes. You stop seeking validation from those who can't see your worth, and start crafting the vision of what you will become. The journey from being ignored to being feared is paved with moments of realization, realizing that the approval of others is meaningless, that their opinions hold no sway over your destiny. It is about recognizing the cracks in their armor and using their arrogance as a ladder to climb above them. Fear doesn't come from loud words or grand gestures. It comes from silence, from quiet but deliberate actions that catch them off guard. It comes from proving, without words, that you are far more than they ever gave you credit for. They laughed because they didn't know better, but soon they will tremble because they finally understand what they're up against. Chaos is often feared, misunderstood, and rejected, yet it holds the key to unparalleled power. When you embrace chaos, you step into a realm where the rules don't apply, where unpredictability becomes your greatest strength. People are conditioned to follow patterns, to seek stability, and to operate within the confines of what is familiar. But those who wield chaos understand that the most dangerous force in the world is one that cannot be anticipated. It is in breaking free from the constraints of predictability that you become truly unstoppable. Chaos disorients your enemies, forcing them to abandon their carefully laid plans and act out of desperation. It strips away their control and leaves them vulnerable, unsure of how to respond. When you move unpredictably, you become an enigma, a force they cannot understand, let alone counter. They try to predict your actions, but by the time they think they've caught up, you're already 10 steps ahead. But by the time they think they've caught up, you're already 10 steps ahead. Chaos thrives on their confusion and feeds off their panic, turning their own strategies against them. To master chaos, you must first unlearn the conditioning that tells you to conform. Stop seeking approval, stop waiting for permission, and start rewriting the narrative. Every rule you break, every expectation you shatter, adds to the momentum of the storm you are creating. Chaos doesn't mean recklessness. It's controlled unpredictability, a calculated deviation from the expected. When you wield chaos, you set the stage for change, forcing those around you to react on your terms. You turn the world into your playground where every move you make is deliberate, every action unpredictable. Chaos isn't the enemy, it's the catalyst, the force that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary and ensures that you are the one writing the rules, not following them. The powerful often appear invincible, cloaked in confidence and surrounded by walls of influence and authority. But behind their imposing facade lies a truth they desperately try to hide. Their power is fragile. It is built on a delicate balance of control, fear, and illusion. And when that balance is disrupted, their strength collapses like a house of cards. The powerful are not as untouchable as they seem. They are only as strong as the belief others have in their dominance. The moment you challenge that belief, you expose the cracks in their armor. They rely on systems, on rules, and on the obedience of others to maintain their position. This dependence is their greatest weakness, for it means their power is not self-exist, it is borrowed. It exists only as long as people play along, as long as no one dares to question or confront them. The moment someone steps outside their control and forces them to act without their usual tools of influence, their vulnerabilities are laid bare. To expose their fragility, you must see through their illusion of strength. Understand that their confidence is often a mask, a performance designed to intimidate and deter opposition. The louder they shout, the more desperate they are to maintain the illusion of control. When you stand your ground and refuse to be intimidated, their veneer begins to crack. They are going to lie. They are terrified of the unpredictable, of someone who does not conform to their expectations. Their power depends on the predictable behavior of those beneath them, and when you break that mold, you force them into unfamiliar territory. In this space, they stumble, showing just how human they are. What once seemed unassailable becomes vulnerable, and what they fear most becomes your greatest weapon, the ability to see their true weakness and act upon it. Power is not just about physical dominance. It is a delicate and intricate dance of influence and fear. True power lies in your ability to manipulate emotions, guide decisions, and control actions without ever lifting a finger. It's about being the unseen force that pulls the strings, the presence that shapes outcomes in your favor without direct confrontation. To wield power effectively, you must understand the psychology of those around you, tapping into their fears, desires, and insecurities to guide them where you want them to go. Fear is one of the most primal emotions, and it is an unmatched tool in the hands of someone who knows how to use it. Fear paralyzes, clouds judgment, and forces people to act in ways they wouldn't under normal circumstances. When people fear you, not for what you say, but for what they believe you are capable of, they become pawns in your game. The beauty of fear is that it doesn't require you to act. The mere belief that you might is often enough to achieve your goals. Influence, on the other hand, is subtler, quieter, but just as powerful. It's about planting ideas in the minds of others, making them think that what you want is what they want. It's the art of making people move to your rhythm without them ever realizing they're being led. Influence requires patience and observation, a deep understanding of human nature, and the ability to adapt your approach to fit the person and the situation. The combination of fear and influence is a potent mix. It allows you to control not just the actions of others, but their thoughts and emotions. You become a shadow that looms over their choices, a force they cannot escape no matter how hard they try. It is a silent, all-encompassing power that ensures your dominance without the need for overt displays of strength. And then comes the moment they fall to their knees, pleading, begging for your mercy, and what will you do? Smile, because mercy is a privilege, not a right. You've clawed your way here, through fire and rejection, and now they finally see it. You are untouchable. So, are you ready to become the one they fear, the one they respect, the one they cannot ignore? Then remember this: power is yours for the taking, and when you wield it, they will beg for mercy. The choice is yours. Will you take it?